Simba's like in love with Boo. Simba loves Boo. Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the lucky ferals. Good morning, Simba. Good morning, Stella. This is what happened to the cat food from dinner last night. It was pretty much all eaten. It's kind of gross how they drag some of it off of the platter and onto the rug. It is 11:55 a.m. right now, and I need to leave. And I've been looking all over the house for Simba because Stella and Splash are downstairs. And if Simba's downstairs, I just leave them downstairs and Boo's on free roam upstairs. And I could not find Simba. I looked all over the house for him. You know where he was? He was under Boo's bed. Boo, I'm putting a hat on you. We'll put the hat on you, 'cause you look so pretty, Boo. Okay, so today for dinner, we're having another little experiment. So the cats are getting the Primal Raw Rabbit Nuggets, which they really like. They're also getting the Primal Raw Duck Nuggets for dogs, which they tried yesterday. They weren't too thrilled about it, so they didn't eat it at first, but then overnight they went back and they ate it. So at least they ate it, because like with the pheasant, they didn't even eat it. So what I'm doing today is I took some of the fresh catnip. This morning I picked some fresh catnip out of the greenhouse and I shredded it, and I put the fresh catnip on the duck nuggets because I want to see if they'll eat it because it has the catnip on it. I did the same thing for Boo, but Boo does not really respond to catnip, which is really weird. I think he only responds to like the dry catnip. For some reason, he doesn't like fresh catnip that much. Okay, so putting the catnip on the duck nuggets did not make the cats want to eat them. And also putting crunchies on the platter did not make the cats want to eat them. They should eat them by tomorrow, but right now, even catnip, I mean, I can't imagine that. I thought for sure the catnip would make them want to eat it, but I guess not. Boo, on the other hand, looks like he has eaten about maybe half of the duck. He seems to be enjoying his food more. Right now it's about 11:10 p.m. and Boo's laying on the bed, and the cats have been on edge the past few days because of all of the fireworks that have been going off every night. and they're going off tonight also. I don't know where, but somewhere not too far away, they keep having fireworks, what seems like every night. And right now, again, it's really late. It's like 11, and somewhere they're blowing off fireworks again. So the cats aren't too happy about that. And it has been pretty much every day for, I would say, the past 3 to 5 days. So that's the one bad thing about the 4th of July, is that the animals don't really like it. But right now, Boo's laying on the bed, which is good, because I don't want him going downstairs and eating the rest of the cat food. And yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. Today's the 4th of July, so the cats are getting their 4th of July placemats. It says Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. This is from the Christmas tree shop, and they really didn't have a very big selection of 4th of July merchandise when I was there. I don't know if I missed it or what, but so the cats got these as their placemats. The cats also have their patriotic platter today, and Boo has blue with white stars. And because it's a holiday, they are getting some canned food this morning. This is the Earthborn Holistic Harbor Harvest. They had this one time before. They really, really liked it. And I figured since it's the 4th of July, this will be a treat for them. Normally, I like to spend the 4th of July on the beach. But this year, the 4th of July is on a Wednesday, which is just the worst day of the week for 4th of July to be on. So instead of going anywhere, I'm just kind of staying close to home, and I figured, well, let's have some seafood to maybe pretend that we're at the beach today. Boo heard me open the canned food, and he came down the steps, and Splash swatted at him. Like, Splash was, like, not friendly to Boo. So I reprimanded Splash, and I told Splash that he has to be nice to Boo. So what I ended up doing is, like, going halfway up the steps, grabbing Boo, and bringing him down here. So right now, Stella is rubbing up all against my legs as I film this. Boo's here in the doorway. He's very excited to eat his canned food. And Simba and Splash have turned into, like, a gang. Like, they've become, like, not nice cats. I don't know what is going on with them, but they're definitely going to learn to be nice to Boo. Right, Boo? Right, Boo? We don't tolerate gangs in this house. We are one big happy family. One big happy family. Right? Okay, the cats are all eating together. They're not eating on their placemat because I just wanted to see what would happen if I kind of put them close to each other. And Splash is on the steps. So Splash has been a naughty boy this morning. Like, he keeps trying to attack Boo. Well, when I say attack, I mean he keeps, like, swatting at Boo and being very not nice to Boo. They did have a small swatting fight upstairs in the hallway earlier this morning. So I don't know what's going on with Splash, but, you know, he needs to get over it, like, whatever it is, and they all need to get along. Stella says she wants to eat on her placemat. She says she has a beautiful new placemat, so she's going to take her food over there. So Boo got a whole can, and I put 2 cans on this platter because I didn't know how well the cats would eat it, but it seems that they really like it. So if they eat it all, I'll put another can out for Splash. Splash is not eating right now. I just moved Boo's plate closer to the platter because he was standing kind of awkward near the steps, so this gives him more room. It's also good for them to eat closer together like that. It's almost like if they had like one big platter. Okay, I just put them all on the new placemat. Because Stella wants to drag food off of the platter, so maybe she'll just drag it onto the placemat. Probably not, but I could hope. Now they look like they're celebrating their 4th of July breakfast. It's funny how when they hear a noise, they all just freeze. They like stop. They really love this food. Boo pretty much finished everything that was on his plate. Now he's decided that he is going to eat what's on the platter. And Stella's watching him. And I'm only going to let him take a few bites and then I'm going to bring him upstairs because the other cats have to eat their food. And Boo would eat everything. Like he would eat all of this food. He would eat enough food for 3 or 4 cats. And I don't know if you could tell, but it looks like Boo is getting bigger because he keeps eating all the other cats' food. Okay, Boo. We have to work on portion sizes, okay? Portion control. Okay? All right, let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs, Boo. I just brought Boo back upstairs and I put the food back where it should be down here. Simba's downstairs. And Splash is down here also. They will be down here for a little while because they haven't been that nice to Boo, and I am going out for a while, so they'll be downstairs and Boo will be upstairs, and that's just the way it has to be. Remember that when you're training cats, a lot of times it'll be like, 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or like 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. So setbacks will happen. It's almost a guarantee. So although the cats were doing really great together, all on free roam, all the time together, for the past few days they haven't been that great. So we just got to keep working on it. Right, Simba? It is 11:20 a.m. And I just got back from a beautiful bike ride. I did 9 miles. I'm feeling amazing, feeling really great. And I went outside and I was planting some more lettuce for my greenhouse because I feel like, I really need to use it now because I pretty much missed like a whole month because I was traveling so much. So I came downstairs and looks like the cats ate most of their food. But then I was like, well, that's really weird. Like, why is there food on the wall and why is there food here on this feeder? Like, how did the food get splashed around? I also noticed that the rug was all bunched up and I was like, they must have been like running around or chasing a bug or something. They were probably chasing each other and they splashed in the food. But I should know better, right? Because then I saw that somebody vomited up their food. And I think what happened is what I mentioned earlier about Boo, even though I know for a fact this was not Boo because Boo's upstairs. It's one of the cats down here. Somebody ate too much of the food and then they got sick. So now I have to clean up this rug, clean up this area. Not fun. But that's how much they like this food. They like it so much that they overate and then they got sick. Here's Stella and Splash. They're laying in the round cat beds. I wonder if it was Stella. Could have been Splash because he didn't eat before. So maybe when I was out, he was eating and then he ate too much. Or it could have been Stella because Stella's a lot like Boo where, she just likes to overeat sometimes. Now, it could be because, when her and Boo were living outside on their own, You know, they knew what it was like to be starving, much more so than the kittens. These kittens never starved. They always had food. And when I say kittens, I mean Splash and Simba. Even though they're living outside, they always had food. The only time they might have been starving was before I was feeding Stella on a regular basis, which would only have been for maybe the first few weeks. So maybe she was not making enough milk for them, but that would have been the only time. Other than that, they always had a steady supply of food. Now, Stella and Boo, on the other hand, did not always have a steady supply of food. So even though Stella and Boo came around for months before the kittens, they did not come around like every single day. Like I would see them maybe a few times a week, in which case I would go give them some food, usually just some dry food. But it wasn't until Stella had the kittens, and of course I didn't even know it at the time, that she started coming around every single day for food and started eating on a regular basis. And then of course once I saw the kittens, I felt like, okay, I really need to make sure that these cats are being fed multiple times a day. So I'm thinking it was Stella. What I will do is check the security footage, but I don't know if I'm going to see anything on the security footage because it is motion activated, and if there's not enough motion, it doesn't activate, so we'll see. And here's Simba. Simba's on top of the cat tower. Boo and Simba are laying on the bed, and their tails were intertwined. And of course, I take the camera out, and Boo has to leave. Today for dinner, the cats are having the Primal Raw Pronto. These are basically the same size as the Nature's Variety Bites. So they're much smaller, they defrost much quicker, and we'll see if the cats like them. These are their favorite rabbit formula flavor. The runner that is normally here has been washed today. I took it outside, hosed it down, and then after it drained, I put it in the washing machine, and then I washed it there again. And it says do not put it in the dryer, but instead hang dry. So right now it's hanging in the laundry room as it's drying. So the cats are eating on their 4th of July placemat. And they're eating off of their 4th of July platter. And Boo is eating on the bottom step because that's where he wanted to eat. And Simba is more interested in Boo's tail than eating his food. Simba! Simba's like in love with Boo. Simba loves Boo. But Boo beat him up that time when Simba tried to rub up against Boo a few weeks ago, or at this point maybe like a month or so ago. Boo beat him up because Boo doesn't understand that language. But look, Simba loves Boo. I sprinkled a few crunchies on Boo's food. Hopefully he'll eat it. It's the same food that he loves in the nugget form, so he should love it in the smaller Pronto form. But the only difference might be the level of freezer burn. All 4 cats eating their food. There's plenty of room for Boo on that platter. He could easily be eating across from Splash. For the 4th of July, Zoa made some stars for the cats. They smell really catnipy. So I am just about to give them to the cats so the cats could play with them. The cats had some crunchies today, and they had some playtime today. Now they're getting their special 4th of July toys. Boo likes a star. Splash always loves to rub the catnip toys all over his face. Stella, do you like your toy? Stella, do you like your star toy? Boo's playing with his toy. They're a little freaked out from fireworks today. You like your toy, Boo? You like your star? You holding on to it? You just want to hug your star. You want to hug your star? Stella, you like your star? Splash likes his star. Simba's under the bed. I guess he's been hiding from fireworks. I'm saving his star for him. Thank you for watching this Lucky Earls video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.